Ready? Intelligent energy use is all about energy management, energy savings and efficiency, renewable energy and sustainability. As a group, we have looked at sustainability as part of our tutorial scheme of work. We have also carried out a hexagon matching segment activity. As a group, we have visited the Cloud9 Eco House on the Camborne College campus to get ideas about energy saving technology. In photograph 1, a Cloud9 technician is explaining how the Eco House is constructed. In photograph 2, the Cloud9 technician is explaining what the technical cupboard is all about. In photograph 3, the Cloud9 technician is telling us about the wall insulation materials. In photographs 4 and 5, we are looking at the Eco House from outside. The project question was set by Claire Langdon and the company. We used MindGenius to develop our mission statement. As a group, we went to the Frugo Seacore site and were given a guided tour by Christian German. In photograph 1, we were in the receipt and dispatch area where equipment coming in and out is unpacked and packed. In photograph 2, we were in the fitting workshop area. In photograph 3, we were coming out of the shot blasting and spray workshop. The fitting shop at Frugo Seacore has 50 times high pressure sodium lamps rated at 250 watts each. Mounted 10 metres above the floor, the lamps have a golden yellow light output which gives very little colour, distortion and 24,000 hour life. The chart 1 shows the relative efficiencies of the various types of lamp. In our college workshops we have Eco Plus lighting energy saving units fitted which reduce the lamp supply voltage by 25% when the lamps have warmed up to full working temperature. The 50 lamps in the fitting workshop use 12.5 kilowatt hours per hour, and the Eco Plus would save 3.12 units per hour. And that's the end of our presentation.
Excellent. We're flying through these presentations. Christian, I know you've dashed from moving house this morning, so it's hard to focus back on work. Do you have any questions?
Firstly, I just want to say I appreciate you guys haven't had much time at all, so I'm really impressed with what you've turned up with today. Secondly, coming from industry, the biggest question that you would get asked was how much all of that energy saving would equal in money, really, because the only way that I could justify to my board to go and, the general outlay would be to say how much money would I save by changing all our bulbs out. So I don't know if you've got that information or not. But my question to you really is, as young engineers coming through, with the skills and experiences you've taken from the project, will you be taking those on into next year, and when you go into employment, will you be thinking differently about how you plan a project, about waste and all that kind of good stuff?
Possibly.
Or would it just be... I just find it very interesting that this is a great opportunity for everyone involved, and if the one thing that I think that really needs to come out is that you guys go on and think differently about how you behave as engineers and technicians in the future. So hopefully from this you'll come out and think, I'm not going to go and plan that project by lots of wastage. I'll think about the machining.
Do you know what because as you've have that at college, I know Steve, you've told me how much the unit cost, but do you remember how much that was for the installation for it? Because it was quite a number, wasn't it?
It was £12,000 for the 2 units, but then that would depend on the scale of lamps. You don't change the actual lamps, just install the units as a retrofit.
All right. Have you got all that written down? I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
Because I might have a look at that. Because I would be interested in actually taking this to the general managers and actually trying to, do something with it. Hopefully, that would be the ideal outcome.
Well, certainly, I remember you saying that the ethos of of investing in that sort of equipment, it needs to have a quick payback period, and so as a college, financially, it wouldn't look at anything less
anything more than 5-year payback. So it's got to be within that range.
Oh, brilliant.
And the numbers that were on the display of running the efficiency, 60% we were
64% on one and 25% on the other unit, depending on which lamps it was running.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a good kit. Excellent. Well, thank you all very much.
Excuse me, so I've got a question. Do you mind?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Guys, well done. That was really good. To forgive my ignorance, I wasn't sure of the significance of the hexagons. You were matching the hexagons on the board. Can one of you just explain what that was about? I have no idea.
That was just
You've
an,
got that.
just an activity to sort of learn about energy efficiency and stuff.
Okay.
And how did it work? How did you learn from that?
Well,
Shall we find it? It's easier to point at things. Excellent. Because I think the problem is that no one can read the words that are written here, so it's the significance of knowing why you've put them together like that.
We had lots of triangles, and they all had. They all had words. They had words on them, and you have to match them up with the right answers to make a hexagon.
So they're all about sustainability
Yeah,
and
that's-
energy efficiency?
All on that subject, and you just have to match them up.
Can I add a bit to that? Basically, we looked at sustainability as a tutorial subject in general terms from the fact sheet there, and they did a quiz. But rather than just do a written test, the matching hexagon, they start off with the statements, and you have to match them up to the corresponding answer. I did make it a bit easier by the inner segment having red lines on the outside to give them a start, but they still found it quite challenging.
No, I think Declan, you did this. Dagan, sorry. This quiz for everyone, wasn't it? How did they perform?
Oh, rather good.
Rather good, excellent. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. Any further questions? We'll let them sit down.